I think for me, dating is like you should do that with a season of your life, or like maybe your season.
It's an important thing to do.
Yes, for sure.
Because how else are you going to find a mate?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You would never.
Yeah, or you just have a prearranged marriage.
Or like, hold on. I've evaluated. There's another.
Later.
Like, you could end up being in a situation where you get to know someone and like you're not dating them. Like it could be, like let's just say
At work.
Yeah, I guess a workplace is the easiest place.
That's the easiest one for sure.
Yeah, but let's say it's like have you seen Ted Lasso?
I've seen like the first probably 4 or 5 episodes maybe.
That's
it.
So just like let's just say a soccer team, like Barcelona.
Uh-huh.
A lot of fucking people work for Barcelona to make that thing go.
Yeah.
So you could just be like on a team with a mission as an administrator in one way or another, and then you get to know someone for 10 years, and then all of a sudden there's this like moment where you guys become like Jim and Pam. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you don't have to date. You know each other. So there's a different kind of dating when you just like start a life with someone.
Yeah, you're just watching this, or like, yeah, you see this person for who they are before you have to like. I guess that's what kind of dating is supposed to do, right?
Right. It's like a simulated version of that. Let me ask like certain questions and get a feel of you.
Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with that. That's how people do it.
That's what it is.
That's the preferred method.
That's how we do it for hundreds of years now.
But if you weren't going to do it like that, a situation like that could happen to you, where you Jim and Pam more or less. The other way is like Facebook friends. I think
friends of friends. What do you mean? Like online?
Yeah, because I ask a lot of people, "How did you meet?" It's one of my favorite questions.
In the anniversary?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dog. Shout out episode 7 or whatever episode that was. I'm pretty sure it's episode 7.
We talk about that?
Yeah, because I bookmarked it as one of the funniest episodes we've ever done.
Nice.
In my mind catalog, because we're talking about Valentine's Day and like the relationships, and then talking about anniversary tables at work, and then asking them questions.
Nice.
Like I always ask them, "What's the secret in the sauce?"
Yeah, I've heard that dialogue.
So give it to me. You're here doing the thing. What do you got to say? Yeah, I'm giving you the idiotasanya moment right now. And it's funny because I'll give that to people and then they're not ready for it.
I know.
And then I come back later on throughout the meal and then they give it to me. Like later on, they're like, I thought about you. I thought about that. Respect amongst each other. That's it. That's the most important thing, or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
That's hard.
It's like they'll give me like some sort of spiel about it, but it is like a on the spot kind of thing.
Some people aren't. It's also like, oh, you could say the wrong thing, or not saying the right thing has consequences because it's like your partner's gonna be like, oh yeah, what do
you think keeps us together? What's the thing? What kind of engine or what kind of gas we put in this engine? What kind of oil do we have?
The worst case scenario for that gentleman's like, the lady says something along the lines of, oh, that's what you think is keeping us together? That's what you think is the basis of why we're gonna, for the rest of our lives? Could like end poorly. Or even just
changing worlds.
A small modicum of that. If the line of good time is right here in the middle and you were like in the light green.
In the gray.
Not the dark green, but the light green, you know what I'm saying? And then like you slipped into like orangish yellow. And then anniversaries are a big deal. It's a lot of expectation to some degree if you let it happen for any anniversary. Oh, we're going to celebrate our love. It's like Valentine's Day, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So if you were like having a bad week, bad month, missed your partner a lot, like expectations could be like high. Disappointment can be high. No one man should sensitive. Have all this power. Some words could dictate a person's experience, a timeline.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Changing realities, bro.
I'm a good spotter, though.
Yeah.
If I feel them fumbling, I'm like, I step in. And I say more words to get them out of it, you know?
I step in with my mind. My mind goes like this.
Yeah.
With your dialogue.
Yeah, like, I
feel you. That. Or I can express that energy. Or I know what you're talking about. So I think we got off on a tangent about talking about when people, I think you asking people how they met, and then that connecting back to social circles and like Facebook or friends of friends, mutual friends.
I think that people will. Have you heard someone in that moment say, we actually met on Facebook? We were actually like, we went to high school together.
I don't ask that question.
How you met?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, they'll say that a lot though. That's probably like the third most answer that I get. And I don't like that that's the third most answer. That's why I've got it earmarked as annoying, because it's not, I'm like, when I'm asking them, I'm hoping for a story. I'm hoping you tell me, you know, you saw this girl and she rode horses and you just moved from the city, so you didn't know much about horses, so you didn't know how you were going to approach this. And then you ended up asking her on this date to a dance hall, and you'd never two-stepped before, but you never two-stepped like you ever did that night either. Yeah. And for something happened that night, magical, and we've been in love for 60 years since then. That's what I want them to say.
Yeah. Well done.
Thank you.
Okay, see, the thing is, hold on. That was well said. On the spot. People can't, okay, then piggybacking on that thought. Second thing, people can't do that. Like, people don't have the ability to see that for that, or like see the movie of their own life for that, or be able to express it on the spot in the moment like that, how you just did. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that could have been true for somebody. All that could have happened for Cowboy Roger over here. But Cowboy Roger just says, yeah, I met her and took her out to dance. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not laughing at that. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Maybe he doesn't want to get into all that either.
Sure.
Maybe he could, but he's like withholding that back. And he's just like, boop. Like, here's like 2 biscuits. But sometimes you want a nice meal. It's like, I want you to give me a meal with some bars right here, son.
Yeah, totally.
I'm giving you the opportunity to, and hopefully it goes well.
I think everybody wants to mic it on some level. It's like the floor, the light, the moment. It's like,
what's your truth?
If I'm a distributor of the moment, I like to pass it to other people as much as I can. I'm like, sir, lay it down. Like, do your thing, dog. So, like,
do it 21.
Here's the. I've been talking this whole time. I've been directing your meal since you walked in. You haven't had to do much.
Yeah, the restaurant thing, especially at our levels, like we're controlling with our words and actions. We're controlling like the experience to a degree. Like, they're having their own time, but I gotta make like we're like the carrying, like the support cap, like the main person in the support role. You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone's kind of helping them, and like the cooks are cooking the things, and everyone's making it happen. But like, we're like the face of the experience, and we do that with so we like have the moment to a degree. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if they're going to sit down at the table, they need to give me the moment so I can like let them, or I need to facilitate the thing that they're trying to accomplish. I need to make sure that happens, and like they need to include me in that. I'm the dungeon master. Like, it's like, oh, we fucked up your potatoes. Like, it's like, I'm a pretty good server. I'm level 97 server. Here I go. I'm trying to do all of this fucking 5 queues of things, and I need to roll a 218s or higher, baby. 218s or higher, 36. Boom, 40.
Yeah. I'm trying not to fuzz up your microphone because that's the funniest shit in the world. That's exactly what it's like. That's to a T, bro.
You need to include me.
Yeah, it helps if you have higher stats. You get higher natural base rolls. If you have higher charisma, it's like +3 to this roll. If you have higher perception when you're trying to read the table, it's like
Okay, the steak comes out and they ordered medium rare. It is medium well plus, son. How do you react? It's like, fuck. Okay. I go tell the manager that it's fucked up. I go bring it back to them. I replace them with silverware, and they're not upset about it. Come on, dog.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Or you shoot for the fucking turnaround. I guess we're always shooting for the turnaround at our level. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make it, it's like, at that price point, it needs to be perfect. It's like, expectation needs to be met and exceeded. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, we need to be asking for the high. Exceed expectation is like always at the end of every roll for us. And it's like, it's harder to get. Yeah. You got to roll a little bit higher.
It's just higher level problems than in a normal restaurant. This is like the expansion pack.
Yeah.
It's like the monsters are bigger levels.
Yeah.
Totally.
You can't get here off this. Is like, we're dungeons deep now. This is like the highest level of dungeon. Unless we're going to go like to a literal Michelin star restaurant. Which you have like a chef who's trained like that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like that type of environment. It's not quite like a Gordon Ramsay restaurant. You know what I'm saying? But we could play there. We could. It's the same dungeon, or it's the same level of dungeon, just in a different area of the map.
I'd be a low level character, and maybe there would be monsters that I hadn't faced before, and I strategized poorly, and I ended up dying to them and lost my character sheet in that restaurant.
Yeah, lost a level or something.
I could see it happening, bro. Like,
what happens in Dungeons and Dragons? You just die?
Oh yeah, then your character dies too,
and they're gone forever.
I think if your squad gets wiped, yes, that's what's supposed to happen.
Yeah, is it like Call of Duty? Like, can they bring you back?
I think there's moments where they have like Phoenix
Resurrections
Downs.
And shit. Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know exactly how difficult those are to get, or if there's like someone who has an ability to like bring someone back from zero. But I think what normally happens is if you die in combat, then your squad like goes on without you, and then they could maybe along the way find a way to resurrect you. I think, but I don't even know if it happens that often.
Okay. Yeah, but
my sister and dad both play Dungeons and Dragons like a lot. That's where that's coming from. I don't fucking know though.
Yeah, that was what we were alluding to right there, the D&D.
Oh, I don't want to stop.
We're talking.
We could make it.
That was like Stranger Things. Is like, did they play that game in that show? You seen this? You seen that show?
Yeah, not all the way through. I don't think, but
it's great.
Yeah, they'd be playing D&D.
Fucking great.
Yeah.
I highly recommend.
Worth the rewatch.
For sure. Whenever the next season comes out, just watch it all.
Dude, life is just D&D though.
Yes, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, I don't want to lose that.
And then we give it to the people in the... I don't like to ask that question though. Sorry. How do you meet?
Nice step back.
On the anniversary.
So yeah, I'm rolling the dice there for sure. Trying to hope to generate that moment. Really, I'm just trying to... I feel like maybe all day. That's the question, or like whatever he's gonna express. I want, like, how did you guys fall in love, or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what's your story?
What? Yeah, exactly, bro.
What's the story you're telling yourself about this thing that you're doing with this other person?
Yeah, you're celebrating the story, right?
Yeah, here we go. Like this is chapter 21 or chapter 13 or chapter 2, chapter 1.
Totally. And then
that's how we end, or season 1, whatever. That's how we fucking story, bro.
And the reason why, like, I ask it every time, almost selfishly. One, it's a good play. It's just a jab step.
Yeah,
it's a good play. I'll run 32 dive
a lot.
It's
like a transition. It's like a transition 3. It could be. You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
If they're buried in the moment, oh shit!
Set the crown on fire.
The moment, yeah, love is in the air. Just rekindled the story.
Totally. So like, but then also because I selfishly I also like it because it's like nice to know like how people actually meet. You know what I'm saying?
For science, life science.
And if they have an awesome story, like it's more than just like statistics. It's like, yo, that's great. That's like an eyewitness of love. Like, what is love? You know what I'm saying?
What's your witness? Yeah.
And yeah, so that's
what are you witnessing right now,
right? So it's cool data
perception of it,
of like more life that's fun to like consume.
And if you have something within your witness of perception that you can give to me, it could enhance my witness of perception, or like change, like maybe I'm thinking about how people meet in a different way, or it's like somewhat wrong, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm just like off the mark, off the truth.
Sure.
And then you get able to gather some witness from people, and it's like, oh, this is like kind of a true thing that's happening here. Maybe if I follow that, like I could create the outcome I'm trying to create, or whatever.
Totally. Fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are questions that are tough when you're not finding a partner too, because then you start to ask yourself, do I have a bad perception of how people date? You know, like how do people date? I don't know. Am I tripping here? Like how do people meet? So yeah, it's nice to have like, okay, so most people meet from friends of a friend, which means you're probably just hanging out with people that you hang out with.
I think work is like number 1 probably.
You would think, bro, but it's not.
I think that leads, or I think maybe work is kind of almost hand in hand with like friend of a friend, almost to a degree. I guess family is another contributing force to a friend of a friend, because like who do you know? You know what I'm saying? You know your family and people you're around.
Totally.
Like you might know, I kind of know Joe Rogan a little bit. I know Jordan Peterson a little bit.
Yeah, it's different.
We're able to consume some people, but yeah, as far as interfacing face to face, like spirit to spirit in this fucking whatever. In the Matrix, like we link up in the game, in Final Fantasy.
Yeah,
it's like, what's up, Auron? Fucking Auron and Titus are like, okay, yes, this is what's up.
They're friends. Yeah, they don't. Yeah,
they squad up.
Yeah, that's just tight, bro.
Like fucking Julian, shout out Julian.
Yeah, that's the dog, bro. That's why. And we never. I was just thinking about this. We never roll like 3 deep very often, and then Julie and I don't even go 2 deep very often. But if you just put me in those parties, we're doing damage, boy. Like swinging critties, dog. Like put us in any situation. You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't really matter the dragon. It doesn't really matter the size of the level of the dragon. I think we could comprehensively pretty much destroy anything.
The rolls, bro.
Yeah.
And like Julian, for instance, he'll even self-admit sometimes he'll just drink a lot. Like sometimes he's just in the mood, or it's the night, or this is the vibe, or like, I'm drinking a lot. What's up? Like, if you ask him too much, it's gonna be like, what's up? Like,
what's up?
Yeah. But like, especially because he knows, like, sometimes he's like, yeah, sometimes if I drink too much whiskey, bro,
too much,
I just start getting aggressive, man. It's like, don't be looking at me like that, dog. You know?
Why are you looking at me?
And so,
is that funny to you?
Funny like a clown. What are we talking about here? Like, yeah, he might cause some problems or have like poor perception because he drank a lot, but he's like a critical member of the party. That's just part of the debuffs that come with Julian if you enter the nightclub dungeon.
If you enter the bourbon realm.
But that's what makes it. I was watching a D&D post that said like this lady was explaining D. I watched it this morning.
Hilarious.
She's like explaining to the actor from Walking Dead who plays Shane. I think he's also the Winter Soldier.
He's our. Okay, I'm not sure. You said for Walking Dead.
Yeah. Wait, is Shane the good cop?
I can't remember the names right now. I was literally just talking about Walking Dead with my barber today.
Oh, this is crazy.
Rick is the main character.
Okay, yeah.
Shane is.
It's like his boy. Is
that like Daryl's? Okay, I'm thinking of Daryl. Daryl's like the people's champ.
Yeah, he's the dog.
Yeah. But I can't think of Shane off the top of my head.
Shane, he's like the
original homie from the beginning?
Yes.
Okay,
and then he ends up dating Lori.
Yes.
It's like a whole thing.
Yes, I've seen it.
Yeah, he's like a fuck in that show.
Yeah.
It's part of my language.
Yeah.
You're with me. I think he plays like a Marvel superhero, and then now he's like another movie. So he's popping or whatever. This Dungeons and Dragons streamer is explaining to him Dungeons and Dragons, and then she's just like, yeah, because he has questions. He's like, so like how would
if you die, can you get brought back?
Totally. he's like, how do I kill something? How do I win in combat? She's like, well, you would roll dice and like it would play out or whatever. And he's like, okay, so I would just want all of my stats to be like super high, right? And then she's like, well, no, because it doesn't really make sense with your character, right? Because your character needs to be real. So if your character was like a wizard, it wouldn't really have much use for like strength. Like they probably don't work out very much because it's just like.
So in those situations, whenever I lose my wand or can't cast a spell for whatever reason, and I try to fight them with a sword or with my hands, like my rolls are lower.
Yes,
this is like the way it is.
Yeah, it like it's true, for your character to be a true character.
Got it.
Like and then, but if you were like a knight, then you might not be very like charismatic. Like you could be more of just like a solitude working out, like a brute, you know?
Yeah.
And so maybe you would be able to take more damage because you're more brutish, but like you wouldn't be able to talk your way out of situations. And then she's like, I knew like a knight that was a noble, or he was a prince. And so this prince got pampered like his whole life. So he thought he was like really charismatic and had great talking skills, and everybody liked him a lot. Super smart. But then really he had just like been kind of coddled to. Everyone sucked up to him all the time. So when they got pulled out and went on this adventure, he would like not hit those rolls that he thought for sure he was going to hit. And then that made this guy realize like, oh, that's what was going on in my life. And so I have to like work on these things because my identity isn't what I thought it was. And then she's like, that's Dungeons and Dragons. And it's like, you're trying to tell a good story.
That's wild. What the fuck is that? Yo. That's deep.
If you could tell a better story, it's like you're not really trying to win in combat. You're trying to tell a good story.
You can just, or you can just make a character and name him fucking Sloth Lord, and just give him whatever strength to put him into whatever class it is. But yeah. I guess to answer that guy's question, I think ideally yes, you'd want to be amazing in every stat line.
Like,
of course you would.
Yeah, I want the high stats. I want speed, catching, acceleration, jumping. I want to be nasty.
Yeah,
totally. Yeah, but
99 everything on 2K.
She was really trying to make this point that like the truer your character is, and then the better the story is. That's when you like if you play multiple campaigns, it's not going to be about beating the campaign. It's going to be about like which campaign was the most fun, and then most fun can be more truly boiled down to like best story. And then how do you develop best story? It's like true. Good characters.
Because then, yeah, if you like create that character and like they don't have those stats, but then maybe like throughout a campaign that character like generates those stats, or like you just roll, you hit the rolls or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like you get the lucky shit. Like sometimes you need to roll super super high to make the probability like of what you want to happen. Totally. And then it's like super low probability. That's what happens in fucking the show I just mentioned, Stranger Things.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it's you feel it's like. Fucking yes, bro. Jordan fist pump, bro.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And if you're able to do that role, bro. If you're able to hit that role with that type of character, I could see how that is literally a better story, the most fun campaign. That's what would highlight it above all the other campaigns.
Yeah, that one moment where it was like, ah.
Yeah, where you're standing up at the table, fucking chest bumping and shit, bro.
Yeah,
no one gets like that in the chats in Dungeons and Dragons,
dude. Totally, like Jordan flu game.
There's a fucking influencer. That's what we're talking about right now, right? She's a D&D influencer?
She has like blonde hair.
Oh, a streamer?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah, people would watch that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Or listen to that shit.
I was asking my dad about it. He said there's like 10 popular podcasts and there's like some good streams, but it's pretty like low. Their ceiling's like 600,000 followers. None of them have cracked 1 million yet. And I'm like, is D&D that niche? Maybe it'll break through with time. It's like a timeless game. It's been around forever. More people are playing it now more than ever.
Yeah.
And board games are kind of boring. Like, when's the last time someone dropped a board game that was new and fresh? They ain't dropped.
I couldn't tell you.
Yahtzee in a while.
Yahtzee was hitting. Rummy Cube or Rummy Cub. I forget how we're saying that.
Whatever. I don't even want to get to that topic.
Hits, though.
D&D's crazy. D&D is life.
Yes.
Because we're in these moments at, you know.
Oh, so she answered him with like, your character has to be real, so she gave that. Or did he give a response? Or was that the end of the video?
There was maybe like one more engagement. She shows him. She's like, you know, you're in the middle of a night forest. It's nighttime. The moonlight's not coming through. You don't know where exactly you're at. You're lost in this forest. All of a sudden, you hear a sound not too far in the distance, relatively close, of cracking of branches. Something's definitely around you. What do you do? And he's like, how far away was it? And then she's like, okay, so that's like a perception roll. Like you want to, right now you're trying to see how perceptive you are of this moment. So like we're going to roll that. It's like, okay, you hit. So you're able to determine it's about 20 feet away from you. Then he's like, okay.
Am I armed? Am I clothed? Am I?
Yeah, she actually told him, she was like, you're holding a long sword and you have a dagger and a bow hilted to your side.
How proficient am I with those things?
He asked that question. He's like 20 feet away. All right, I'll draw my bow and
ask it to come out.
Yeah, I think he yells out to it. I think that is what he said. And then she's like, okay, so you want to try to talk to the animal? And he's like, yes. He's like, okay, that would be a animal competency.
Beast tamer or something?
Yeah, beast tamer roll check. You have a +2 because of your natural class, and you need to roll for a 16 or higher. And then she's like, okay, you did not hit that roll. So it does not speak your language. It didn't know what you were saying. You don't know what it's saying. And then out.
No communication. No, fail.
Out comes, she calls it like an elephant fucking.
Troll or some shit.
It was a bear with wings.
Oh,
more or less.
But it's like a hostile thing?
Yes.
Oh, shit. Fuck me.
Yeah. A bear with wings walks out.
Oh, God. That's scary as fuck. Yeah. It's like a crazy dragon.
Yeah. And he's trying to...
A bear? Like a big bear?
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, right? It's like, oh, fuck.
That's not good.
And then she's like, okay, what do you do? And then he's like...
Would it have changed? Was it always going to be the bear with wings? Or would it have changed had I hit?
I think you might have been able to communicate with it and like talked it into not being aggressive if you would have hit.
Or maybe it would have changed the whole story, you know?
If
I did hit, maybe it wasn't a bear with wings. Maybe it's something I can't communicate with.
I think that's up to the DM.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think someone would do that. Some probably have like encounter.
Or there's like two, maybe there's two roads if I hit it, if I don't hit it.
Yeah.
That they could choose from. Or like they're reading from how do they determine?
I think
off the dome?
Yes. So it's
shit.
They'll buy a campaign, like a script for how the journey's going to go.
Where things are on the map, what's around there, the geographical kind of layout. What's the story here?
Yeah, there's a story. There's like a tavern with a person that has the information, or at least if you like, there's these places you can find the information for your quest. Then you're going to find the problem. Then you're going to find out who the big bad is, and then you're going to work your way to fighting the biggest bad guy and like fixing the problem in the land.
That's the campaign. It's to find the biggest bad guy and take out the biggest threat or evil or whatever.
Yes,
every time. It has to be, right?
Almost positive that's how it goes.
Or some variation of that. That's what every story is.
Yeah, exactly. True. But I've heard literal ones where it's like, they're at the big bad final boss and your team didn't level properly and this guy's like doing a skit. So like it's like that's how it goes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're talking so much about D&D, but
it's life.
It's life.
We're talking about life.
We're talking about life.
But no, so then what happens with this fucking winged bear that's coming at this guy?
He's just like more or less starts asking like, I draw my bow back, but I want to, I think she might just stop it right there, to be honest. And she's that's D&D. Like you're playing D&D right now. Like everything that you like thought like in my head, like I've made
How should I handle the situation?
Totally. It's like I have roles for all of that. And that's like what a DM would do more or less is that you have natural stats, then you encounter things, then they have specific ways for their, like sometimes they let you do classes that don't really exist. But if you make it like an archetypical class where you have pluses and minuses and it's not OP, they'll like let it happen. But then when stuff happens from their class, like, oh, I can communicate with frogs because I'm a frog princess. It's like...
I'm Sloth Lord, motherfucker.
It's like, fuck, he probably could communicate with sloths.
Yeah.
The DM has to like improvise.
Account for that.
Yeah.
Like, shit, I guess I'll give you a +3 on this.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, totally. Or he could just be like, there's multiple tribes of sloth in the region. They have a clearly distinct short tail compared to your long tail, and they're alarmed by your presence. Your communication fails, pussy. It just depends on how they want to play, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was just going to say, can they do something that goes outside of like the realm of what the DM could possibly interpret or possibly like deal with? But then, yeah, I guess it would just depend on their own determination of what they're asking and how would you break that down into our game here.
Totally. And I think that there's a lot of common...
I don't think so.
No. And there's like common strategies to try to like break the DMs. Like I think the DMs have like a information for like what you can do when things are getting like someone's trying to break the universe, like how to handle those problems as a DM. And I think a good DM just improvises and can like, here's you talking shit basically. Well, I just fucking use my 99 gravity orb to suck out all the air in the room. He's like he cast an invincibility spell. You were unaware because it's the shimmering armor's hiding under his pale cloak or some shit like that. It's like they handle the situations.
Okay, yeah.
So the DM ultimately really creates.
You can't just break the game.
No, they don't let you.
Yeah,
it's like I'm sure it'd be like, okay, fine, it's over. It's over, everybody. You can go home.
That's a lame campaign.
Yeah, no.
Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. We're done. We're done. You're done. You're never coming back. Fuck this guy. His character dies. He loses his dick and he dies.
Right? Like, there's an agreement to somewhere along the lines to, like, be a good DM.
To have a good campaign, to make it worth fun, or make it worthwhile. Make it worth playing and make it fun.
To truly serve the spirit of the D&D, right?
Yeah. That's life. All this is life, dog.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
All of this is life, dog. I'm just sitting here taking it in how D&D is just literally fucking life, bro. Just like to a T. It's like that's what we're doing here. Like we don't know it to it, or like super consciously, but like that's what we're doing here. And whenever we're asking these people, like, what's like you are with this person, and y'all are out here like celebrating your love. Like, what is it? What are you witnessing here? What's your witness? What's your truth? How did you meet? Give me something. So it could be a little bit heavy of a question to ask some people.
Requires high perception, high charisma roll.
Yeah. I just asked what's the secret in the sauce? You go for the how you met. I think the how you met's a little heavier. Secret in the sauce, you can kind of bullshit, dog. You can like number 1 and number 2 answer, just like let her win, or just say yes. This is some type of shit like that. It's like usually number 1 or number 2, and then I'm blanking on the top answers. My favorite answer has been like God at the center. And I was like, that's what's up, dog. I gave you the moment. You hit a fucking home run, Otani. Like, let's go, baby. Come on.
I feel you. That's perfect. I mean, it's the truest answer too.
But it's heavy. Like with those questions.
Those questions are heavy. It's also
the server asks you how you met. How good's my charisma? Like,
yo, that's so funny. You're right. I'm creating I am the DM for those tables sometimes. Holy shit.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
It flips on its head when we fuck up and we have to sometimes we have to start rolling the dice first to recover.
Yeah. We're sharing the DM now. Oh shit, that's crazy. If Dungeons and Dragons had a variation where you could like the DM like switches or like has to shift like that.
That's nuts. We should make restaurant D&D. Like you create a server.
Guy Fieri? Dungeons, Dungeons, drive-ins, and dives.
Yeah, thank you. Couldn't connect those
diners. There it is. Diners, drive-ins, and dives.
Yeah, totally.
But Dungeons and Dragons.
I think
restaurant.
It would be funny. Like even if I don't think people.
It's a restaurant campaign.
Yeah, totally. Wouldn't be as fun.
Your role is server assistant. Give me a character.
Yeah, it's like a bar.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, or whatever. Your role is fucking GM, or your role is like salad line cook.
Yeah, that's sick.
I guess it could be like different classes like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like upper management, ownership, management, like stewardship, back of house, front of house.
Yeah, hostess.
Those are your classes.
And then there could be like 5 major days leading up to New Year's Eve, and New Year's Eve is like the last
the big that's the campaign run.
Yeah,
yo, that's fucking hilarious.
Fucking Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas,
Valentine's Day,
just like lead it all the way up. That would be
Valentine's Day, Mother's Day. Like,
you could adjust your
Thanksgiving,
stats.
Christmas, New Year's.
I don't know how many meetings constitute one campaign, but if you could get like a full year's worth of holidays into one campaign, that would be. It would at least be worth the lulz.
Oh hell yeah, it'd be worth the lulz. I think that's so funny. Yeah, like in this dungeon, like in the life version, where like the DM shift kind of switches, but there's an ultimate DM in the whole thing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
something's going on with that. Something's running this campaign for us. Like we're just here.
Yeah, the metaphor falls short when you think about that, because we're just talking about moment to moment. But ultimately, like we have no control over anything.
No, we're just playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, nothing. Can't control anything.
It's crazy because we're in. But yeah,
there's one.
The game.
I want to pull it back one more layer. Yeah. Was just back to questions we asked people.
Yes.
And so we said something about Facebook friends. It's like number 1 is always friend of a friend, probably work related too, even though they don't say it literally. We work together. Yeah. That's like more of like a 5 answer. And then 2 is like from Facebook. We reconnected. We rekindled. Like we grew up in the same town. Or I've been getting a lot of fucking high school sweethearts, college sweethearts lately.
Really?
Yeah, that's a popular place to meet a person who's in college and just use that as the loop. You might have worked together in college. You might have had a class together.
Okay.
Could have been your professor. Could have been in college.
You know how it goes. You know what it is. You know what it is, young player.
So that's just what I see or whatever. But we were talking about people date, and you could meet the traditional dating way, right? Like you go on dates, feel someone out,
Yeah, it's
get
kind
into a
of
relationship.
what it's made for.
Or you could fall into it, Facebook friends,
But even then, you date.
True, right? It's rare you've like known someone your whole life.
You don't just get married or like be like, all right, we're doing this shit. Here we go.
Yeah, you're right. So yeah. Anyways, just peeling that back a layer. So I think the reason people date ultimately too is because they're trying to discover themselves.
Like, yes. Yeah.
We don't.
That's probably half of it, right?
I've definitely heard people literally say like, I'm not sure like what it is that is unique about me, or like what it is that I'm trying to do, or like how to fully appreciate myself, because I'm not sure what I'm appreciating. So you have to like discover that,
Yeah. What do I value?
Yeah, right.
Right.
Like, what makes me me?
Yeah.
How well is your how HD is your definition of yourself?
Yeah.
I guess people don't.
And reality. How to interface with reality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, super true.
How should I act? How should I respond? We're all witnessing here. You know what I'm saying? How should I? We're talking about like being judgmental, quote unquote, or whatever. It's like we could all be judgmental. You know what I'm saying? Or we all are, like like in the sense where we're looking at things.
You have to.
We have to be. We have to be interpreting the story. What's happening here?
And determining what's good and what's bad is like a baseline.
Yeah, I guess you could. I guess there would just come like the 2-step process of like reality watching. Thing happens in the reality watching that gives me like a judgmental response, and I guess what that could be deemed as is just like assigning negative value to what I'm watching. You know what I'm saying? Or I guess people would have different like avenues for how they would assign what judgment is. Like, you know what I'm saying? How judgmental are you? How harsh is it? And like, where's it directed at, or who, or you know what I'm saying?
Totally.
So it's like, but either way, we could just say that thing happening, I see it, I see what thing's happening, and then I don't like it, and then I have like the thought of like the -7, just like throw that onto life, or throw that onto the witness, throw that onto the movie, like this is the -7, or just express that, or like choose to express that, or you just like hold it and like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, fuck that.
Yeah.
Choose to not, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I guess also maybe the way you're thinking about the thing that you're watching could interpret how large your -10 to +10 in any given moment could be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if something bad happens or whatever, bad happens. Like like we're talking about the White Lotus, and the kid goes and sleeps on the beach. It's like you know what I'm saying, -7. But then like that ultimately like led him to that shit. At the end of that, I guess I don't want to ruin it per se, but the White Lotus is pretty tight. HBO.
Yeah, no, I'm with you though. He ends up like having a positive.
He's like the best arc.
Yeah, that's
for sure.
To say
he's like my favorite character
without any spoilies. So yeah, like negative perception, but then tied to best character arc. It's tough to know what's going on at all at any given time.
Yeah, we're all judging it. We're all trying to figure this thing out, man.
Yeah,
we're all just witnessing the moment. All of us at the same time. We're all just doing that.
I think for the most part, I've got this during Easter fasting, all that stuff, that season. I feel like I like pulled a few things out because I was just digesting a lot of like Christian content on Instagram, I guess, like going to church and being like really engaged and just being like locked in, like spiritually, at least just engaged, and
locked in, top 10, dog.
Yeah, you like read the whole New Testament, dude.
Yeah,
that's locked in, dog. Like,
that's what's up, dog.
Let's go, bro.
Let's go, baby.
That's crazy, man.
NT down.
Yeah, you inspired me. I've always had this thought to buy like a 1-by-1. Like I think Matthew is the first book of the New Testament, so I'm trying to get like a study guide for the book of Matthew. That's not crazy thick, but It's just like a bigger book just about that one. Knock that out and then like move on like that.
Nice. They're all books, or like, you know what I'm saying, like all individual texts.
Right. So I don't know if that's because that might just be because I don't want to sit down and read the Bible. It could be that too. Maybe I just need to like read line for line. I don't know if there's like power in that over like let me study the Bible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I've read it all. I can tell you right now. I want to like. It's too much. It's too much. It's
a lot to digest.
It's simply too much. And I knew that reading it like the first time. I was like, this is like the first time I'm going to read it, because I think I've read some of back when I was watching JVP do his thing on like Genesis. I know he has his lecture series on Exodus. Like, I remember reading the Genesis one, like, shortly thereafter that. Maybe not all of Genesis, but at least a lot of it. Because I remember I watched all his videos on it, so I pretty much, like, knew the story. But, like, it was cooler to have him break it down for me than to just, like, read it line by line by myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that it's too much. So I already knew reading it the first time. I'm gonna be reading this probably for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see what's going on here. Trying to see because, like, the way Pastor Ed at the Easter service, shout out Pastor Ed, that's my dog. The way that he was able to put, like, the folding of the linen cloth like back on top of a table before like when the guest goes to the restroom, they're coming back, what's the proper thing to do? Like, you put the linens back, you know what I'm saying? Like, because they're coming back. And like, he was able to draw that out of his face cloth, like coming out of the tomb. It's like, bro, that's good writing. That's good art, dog. That's Breaking Bad level art. Like, whatever you assign, whatever you assign that, like whatever your S tier shows are, like for me, Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, like that's just like the top 2 I'm throwing out every time. I don't give a fuck, bro. I'll die on that hill. Those shows are fantastic. Especially Breaking Bad, like because the way it ended was just so.
What makes you elevate it above every other show in that sense?
I think Breaking Bad, especially because the way it ended and like the character arc and like all the relationships and the transformation, and so it's like I guess there's like a lot more like art to it to a degree, or it's like there's some allusions that you would only catch like they're Easter eggs, you know. Like I remember watching or following this page in college because I was watching it whenever it was like still on TV, or I think I caught up. Seasons 1, 2, and 3, and maybe 4 was like about to come on TV. So I watched like 4 and 5, and 5 was split into 2. So then I was in college and watching like I think because I definitely finished in college the second season. We watched it at my homie's house, and like the ending was so amazing, fucking amazing. It's like a whole ass movie in and of itself, bro. It's incredible.
Yeah. And
then, but to be like with it, I was in college watching it, and on this Imgur, I think is how you pronounce it, Imgur.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
I call it Imgur.
Yeah, I think it's Imgur, like the giraffe. You know, the M giraffe was like a thing.
It's kind of dead. I thought about it the other day. I was like, is that still going on?
I think it's kind of like Reddit. You know, I tie those two similar. They're not the same thing for sure. I guess Imgur is Instagram to Reddit's like Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Reddit's like Twitter.
Yeah,
and Reddit,
yeah, I'm with you.
It's just GIFs and pictures versus like text only with GIFs and pictures like within. You know.
Yeah, I follow that.
But the primary content consumption is. Pictures and videos, and Imgur's tight, and like but they had like a sub Imgur of just like Breaking Bad stuff, and like deeper connections that he has with like songs that he chooses to play, or wardrobes that he chooses for the characters to pick, or for like lines of dialogue. Whenever Hank is like asking or talking to Walter Jr. later on, and he's like, "Hey man, do you want to watch Heat later?" And like Heat's like a movie in which like the scene that is playing out with Hank and Walter is like happening in that movie. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a little wink, you know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
So shit like that is going on in that show, and it's just tight. I fucking love it. So I think like that's and the ending.
I'm with you.
Watch that shit, y'all. If you've never seen Breaking Bad, I think my sister-in-law hasn't seen it. I'm like, oh man, I want to be you, kid.
Yeah.
In some ways, I want to be you right now.
Yeah, the writing's crazy.
I wish I could forget that show so I could watch it again.
That'd be if you could sell that to people, $1 billion industry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, give it some time to breathe. But whatever you consider to be that good art, whatever you. I guess, yeah, so whatever I put on that, it's like whenever or I guess that's just like art in general. But like if I see that or draw those characteristics out of this show and I'm able to like put them into other pieces of art, then I can like put them over into this category. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, this like has some of that. Maybe it's a little more nuance or a little bit less nuance. So I don't put it above that. But like sometimes whatever I'm gathering from what I like so much about Breaking Bad, I can apply it to every other show. And then we'll see what sticks, you know what I'm saying? And maybe out of all those shows, I'll be able to see like what do I value and what gives me S tier criteria to a show. But the way that Pastor Ed was able to do that with Jesus and the shroud and the face thing, the face cloth, I was like, bro, that is gas. So I knew that the Bible was way too deep for me to understand on the first go around. You know that going into it. It's like, this is an ocean that I'm never going to touch the bottom of. But like, let's just keep on swimming in it.
Yeah.
We'll swim out deeper and deeper down. And further out and deeper down. And further out and deper down.
It reminds me of like
till I surround it.
Oh, all right. Well, that was the podcast. We're gonna hit the studio because that's when I hear that moment when I felt that thing we just felt right there. A lot of times I'm like, drop the world, get to the laptop,
fucking head,
yeah, right on its fucking head. Open up Soundtrap. Here we go. We're hooping. Don't lose that.
Yes.
Yeah, we can keep going off of that. Mm-hmm. And it's captured in time. This podcast.
Just that feeling of surrounded. Welcome to the podcast, y'all.
Hello.
We're just running and gunning today. Welcome to 77. 77. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll put it up in a less intrusive way than I did last time. I'll just do like the little thing, the little animation.
What?
For the podcast that came out today, I put the Dokes meme.
Oh, nice.
Subscribe, motherfucker.
You're nice. Excellent. You should subscribe. Please subscribe.
Yeah, tell a friend. Subscribe. Please go subscribe. Be the subscribers. I'm going to get a Patreon going too. Fuck it. We're getting some extra shit.
Nice. That'll flow something.
But yeah, man, we were just running and gunning through that. But we could, because we're just talking about just whatever's happening.
I had a thread.
Life. Yes, talking with people, talking about anniversaries.
The Bible.
D&D, reading the Bible. Lent, Easter season. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah. Nice transition because it's worth talking about. But the Bible feels like art. Like you see a piece of art for the first time, you just like look at it, and then you're like, all right, what does this mean? You know what I'm saying? But I think there's something powerful about the first time you see it, and you're just like taking it in on like, I guess, base level, and just like maybe just like reading the Bible. Because I'll see a lot of pastors say like, you got to read the Bible. Like, I don't think they're saying it like to be able to say what you want to say or to be able to call yourself a good Christian. It's just like, no, like what we're doing here, like, dog, I'm telling you, put your eyes on the Bible. Like, it'll change reality.
It's changing the way that you see a story.
Totally. I think,
and that's your life. You know what I'm saying? That's how your DM is going to be telling you what's happening. Yeah, right. Because you're like the DM and the person in the story at the same time. But like your DM
that's
might
like the
be,
piece of God in you, I guess, maybe.
Yeah.
Please. The
yeah,
DM
no,
might
I
be
think
like,
that was it. Yeah, I think that was like something is animating you and telling you what the story is. You know what I'm saying?
True.
And maybe telling you your chances of what the roles have to be. Maybe they're lying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How good is your DM? How truthful are you?
Oh shit.
Ooh, right?
Oh shit.
And you don't get to see the dice rolls. You just get to ask it what you want to have happen, and it either tells you yes or no. You don't get to see the dice rolls. Oh, so you can't be lying to yourself.
That's the back end of the DM brain. Yeah, no, true. Because then you're gonna have to go roll dice on realities encounters too. But it's like, yeah, that's one. People will talk themselves out of a lot of stuff. Some people are overly confident.
I shouldn't even try to roll for that.
Yeah, some people are rolling for shit they shouldn't have rolled for and get it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that shit happens. Like that's one of the things that I was said briefly on White Lotus season 3. The guy's just like with confidence, dude. Like, I mean, people for the most part, this is what he says. He's like, people don't even know what they want. It's like, but if you come in with enough confidence and you just like say, this is what I want, this is what we want, this is what we're doing, then a lot of people are just like, okay, well, I was looking for something. I was looking for some kind of what we're doing
instruction
here.
on what's happening here.
Yeah, I was looking for some DM. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all campaigning?
Yeah, like, I can start.
Can I campaign with you?
Let's just start rolling now. But it's like he was like telling his younger brother with enough confidence you can just like pretty much do like not anything. But and he's like, I'd much rather shoot the ball at the last second than have the shot and not take it. It's like even if I missed the shot at the last second, I'm much happier I shot the shot than just like holding the ball and not taking an open shot at the last second. It's like, what are we talking about?
What are we talking about, kid?
Yeah, and I was like, damn, like this character's fucked up and I don't like him. But that thing that he said like had a lot of truth to it. And the lens of trying to teach his little brother how to like be a man, I'm like, it's like kind of a good lesson. But like he's such a he's an asshole. He could have communicated.
He doesn't exhibit that truth per se, or
he does. But you could
almost in a negative light.
He said it like basically this kid was like trying to get laid. And he was just like, oh, these ladies like us, bro. Like, we're just gonna keep drinking, bro. Like, honestly, with enough confidence, people don't even know what they want. It's like you're gonna like kind of tell them what they want. That's like life in a sense. You want a job, you're gonna tell them that like you're the guy for the job. You're gonna like confidence is gonna be what you need to like get what you want in this life, and you need to be able
your
to
conviction. That's
true too.
Yeah,
confidence. He was saying it like he didn't even deserve it per se. Like he was just like, I'm fucking the shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay. It was just like, he was just trying to get laid. It wasn't even like, but that deep. But it is that deep too.
Yes.
When you're trying to like really roll dice that maybe your subconscious says isn't for me. Some of them don't make sense. But it's like, you can, like, how much do you think you deserve it will impact what kind of energy you put into it.
Yeah.
Even on a subconscious level, like, do you deserve to win? Like, do you deserve to... Like when somebody's lying and they're accepting the trophy and they know that they didn't win, like there's like a feeling of like, fuck, this isn't right.
This isn't right. That's what it is. Yeah.
And then what are you you can't fight that on a subconscious level. Like it has to check out for you too, for you to really give your genuine authenticity to it. And I think so then you get into the evil shit where people are like, well, I am a liar. So this does make sense for me to lie to this person right now.
It's completely like twisting reality, or you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like the straight line, or it's like fucking whatever. I don't know. Harmony. There we go. Equilibrium. They're trying to like,
right.
Trying to move the string
the
of
natural order of things.
The one. It's a fabric of reality. It's one fabric. It's this thing. It's this running time continuum, space time continuum we're stuck in, or in, and like they're trying to fucking do what they want to, but ultimately it's just gonna. That's what's going on here. So try to get in line with that. It's like, you know, maybe it's like static, like that.
Yeah. That's what was perfect. So when I'm talking about reading the Bible too, it's like getting in line with that.
Yeah, maybe getting closer to.
Yeah, that's one thought.
Or whichever way you gotta go.
Yeah.
Sometimes both.
Sure.
Whatever.
Whatever the metaphor is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like becoming more in line with like that ideal frequency or that ideal home.
The one home.
Here's why people meditate.
Yeah.
Do yoga. It's like get closer to that home.
Yeah, yeah.
Settles down. Other chemistry's going on in here. It's just like.
For sure. For sure.
The other thing is like maybe literally like God is just this energy. Like he's a father. A lot of things. It's for this metaphor for visualization. It's easier to think of him as a ball of energy, and it's like glowing. Let's say he glows like
white,
bright white,
pure white,
and then your orb starts like gray. And it's just like literally just the physical act of us like trying to read the Bible at all. It like turns us a little less. It like allows us to come a little closer together, and just being close to God. Like the closest you could get, the better your life experience would literally be because God was closer, and He could maybe like do more to help you. And
the better it'll be is like independent of anything outside of your gray bubble. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just your gray bubble, like or your bubble, whatever color it is, like however whatever shade or closeness you get. Maybe we're all just like the same gray bubble, and like we just gravitate towards like the all black circle or the all white circle. You know what I'm saying? Like the closer we get, like we can never get to the like I think I touched it one time. And then you roll backwards into yourself. And so you can't be doing that. You can't be doing that all the time.
Like Paper Mario come back to 3D with me.
Dog. But yeah, I think that's like we're hitting the head on with some of that shit. Or that's like an idea I can definitely empathize and feel and like see. But I think, maybe the way, or I was saying that it's independent of whatever all the other orbs are thinking or doing. It doesn't matter. That literally, none of that matters whatsoever. The only thing that affects the closer you get to that thing is your connection to it, and it's your ability to like strive towards it or be pulled by it.
Yes.
And both. You know what I'm saying? And both. That's what grace is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think about it like, it's hard.
But the better it'll be.
Right. Like, let's just, for instance, like, if you were more dark gray, like let's say it would be like rainy and dreary outside when you woke up. And then maybe like maybe weather's not good because we all share weather, but it's the idea of like your personal experience, maybe like your interaction with the person you get the coffee with, your whole interaction at the gas station, your whole interaction in traffic.
What happens to you at the restaurant?
What happens to you at the restaurant? These things, right? I think that if you were a little bit lighter, a little bit closer to God, all of those things, like the timing of your day could just be like a second different here and there and create dramatically different results for what kind of day you had.
Billion% true.
You can't control those things. How are any of them controlled? That's God work.
That's hard work.
That's all work. I don't know how the orbs.
To me, that's hard work.
Dance in harmony. Dude, come on, keep rapping at me.
See, this is where this comes from. I don't want to choose this. I didn't choose this shit, bro. Yeah. I didn't choose any of this. You just have natural proclivities.
Yeah, fuck yeah. So, damn, I'm trying to get to the end of this stream because the other part of it is
all gray orb, going to God, reading the Bible.
Yeah, just literally having a more rich day.
Have a better life experience.
Better life, dude.
Better life.
Okay, what's better though?
Yeah.
Because Jordan Peterson's talking about I posted it on my story. You can check it out. Well, this won't. What happens is that
keep moving.
He's like, it's a big thing to say you're a Christian. A lot of people say that they're Christians.
Who dare say they believe in God?
Yeah, he's like just sitting on a couch, just like talking about that idea. He's like, oh yeah, that idea.
They're spitting bars.
Like, what you mean? You're openly. First of all, it means you want to live your life like according to Christian law, which means like you're going to have to open-armed embrace the fact that your ideal is to be like crucified, more or less, to be hated by people, to like be subject to defamation, that they're going to take all of the ideals that are the ideal, that you know that they're the right ideal, and then they're going to dump their dominion of tyranny on you, and you're going to have to suffer for what you know is right. And that's like just where it begins. That's where you're willing to say that that's what you want to do with your entire life. You don't want to be like rich on a boat somewhere, just like having fun. Like you want to commit your life to suffering for ideals that are guaranteed to bring consequential harm and suffering, most massive consequences you could imagine, while bad guys rule over you and laugh at you. I was like, fuck, yo, that's a different thing than being like, I'm a good person. It's like
big time.
But saying I'm a Christian, I feel like it's like we're not necessarily talking about the same thing there. A lot of times it's like I try to do the right thing, or I try to do the godly thing, or no, it's like I'm trying. Then what do I say? I'm trying to get my orb a little more bright every day.
Yeah.
Is that what I'm saying when I'm a Christian? It's like this very nuanced thing. But Jordan Peterson's like, no,
very nuanced.
What you're saying when you're a Christian is that you want to get as close to Jesus as you can.
I want Jesus' life.
Yeah.
That's what you want. That's what you're saying.
I'm going to take my behaviors and I'm going to model my ideal. It's like on a subconscious level, that's what you should be saying. That's what you should be experiencing. And then Jordan Peterson's like, look at my life. Like, I'm telling you, like, he didn't say it like that, but that's immediately where I was like, the energy where he was so much conviction of like, that's what it means to be a Christian, is to embrace that. And that is no fucking joke. Like, I don't know if you can handle that, because he found himself in a hospital in Russia not handling it, you know? Like, it tears people apart.
Yeah.
Look at Jesus, you know what I'm saying? Like,
100%.
Not you, but like everybody. Like, that's the...
Yes.
I think he was trying to say that your life experience should similarly mirror that if you're really about that action. And that's a lot, dude. That's a lot to fucking...
Yeah, you should be knowingly, like, have your eyes completely open to the idea of like suffering and sacrifice. That's what this is. Like, you're gonna sacrifice at the highest level. Like, you're gonna say that, like, you value sacrificing at the highest level. So you're gonna hold that. You're gonna say you hold yourself to that ideal. Do you really hold yourself to that ideal? No, like, no one does.
No one does. That's the thing.
That's the fucking thing. It's like, no one's gonna carry a cactus, or no one's gonna carry the cross up or a fucking, like, a thorned cross, or, like, you know what I'm saying, a crown of thorns. No one wants to wear that thing, because you can't win. You can't win with that thing. It's just gonna be painful.
Dude, you're hitting the nail on the head, bro.
And you accept that.
Yeah, that's what it means to be a Christian, and to hold that as holy, you know,
and to really do it,
and bend your knees in prayer to it, but really do it. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to express. Like, if you hold it holy, you might actually, then you would have to feel bad if you're not doing it.
That's the thing. That's the thing. That would mean that's the thing that determines if you're doing it. Like,
how you what you feel about it when it's happening. Yeah, totally. It should be, because if you're
the judge becomes alive, the ideal becomes alive, or, like, he's like, all ideals are a judge. You know what I'm saying? It's like the ultimate ideal. Like, you're gonna hold yourself in the court of law. You're gonna go head to head with, like, the ultimate judge, and, like, have a jury of your peers, and, like, your peers is yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you're sitting, you have the live witness testimony. Oh, fuck! Sorry, I just connected that dot myself. That was crazy.
That's great. Yeah, dude, you blow my fucking mind, dude.
Let's talk about the witness earlier in the show too. I was like, we're all just expressing our witness, and, like, you are the witness in your own court of law with the highest judge that you're gonna put up there. He's gonna let you off, or he's like, no, I really hold myself. Tell the fucking jury, get this on the fucking whatever the hell, the stenographer, get your fucking fingers ready, because I'm just gonna spit my life right now, and, like, what's really happening, what I'm really doing, what I'm really trying, what I really feel, being honest with myself, and, like, regardless of whatever the judge is gonna do to me for it, like, that's your best bet here. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
We're all on trial, dog.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you gotta hold.
But you got Jesus as your attorney, homie. Come on now.
This metaphor gets better and better.
Objection.
Yeah. Grace, Your Honor.
Grace.
No, but I'm with you. That because some people are willing to lie in that live testimony. That's a different thing too. But I think that's what we're saying, is that being a Christian means, like, being honest with that. Like, at least that's part of it.
Yeah, and, like, yeah, because it's. Oh, sorry, what was I?
Because you have to navigate reality where it's like being happening out here too. Yeah. It's like you have to have this in line to be able to, like, even commit, like, an authentic, verified version of what maybe God wants you to do. At least I'm, like, trying to do what I think here. Maybe I'm too dumb to do the right thing, you know. But at least I'm, like, in line with what I think. You know? Yeah. Because you could think something like...
Or profess with your tongue, but not with your heart. You know what I'm
saying? That's probably it too, right?
Yeah, because people just, like, got a bit about it. It's like, people say they don't believe in God. I don't believe in atheists. I really don't. I give a fuck what you say, dog. Like, you can't know. Like, there's no such thing in my mind. There's no such thing as God. There's no such thing as atheism. Like, it's not... It doesn't exist. Like, sorry. Like, you could say whatever you want, but, like, you're doing something. You're testifying. You're witnessing. Like, it's happening. I'm sorry, dog. Like, that's what's you're on trial right now. Like, it's live. We're all watching, and you're watching most specifically and intently and continuously. Like, you're watching, and, like, we're all just witnessing here, and we're all just doing this thing. I forgot where I was going with that.
It's fire. It's fire. You were talking about professing with your heart but not your tongue.
Yes, and then so you can, like, say you're an atheist, but, like, how do you act? And you could the same exact on the opposite. You can say believe in Jesus. You say you're a Christian, but, like, how do you act? And, like, that's way more indicative of what the fuck you think, or fuck what you think. Fuck what you think. Fuck this mic. Fuck what you think. Fuck what I'm saying. Fuck what you're hearing. It's all fucked.
I'm with you.
Because how do you act? What do you do?
Yeah.
How do you DM interact with, like, whenever I'm the DM, or whenever we're, like, in a shared, there's a DM that we're all sharing, and we're all at work, or we're all at school, and, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you act in those situations, and how do you roll, and what do you tell your character to do? And then, like, how do you respond with the situation that we're all witnessing right now?
Totally.
You know what I'm saying?
Because, like, there could be a disconnect with, like, saying someone's overweight and they're like, I value being thin. It's like, okay, so you could say, like, you're not aligned with the ideal. Like, the ideal would be to have a more healthy body shape. And at
least healthy. You start there for sure.
Right. So their eyewitness testimony would be accurate. It's like, this isn't the ideal. I exist in the unideal. But then it's like, over time, if you don't, it's like, do you worship something that brings you out of your own ideal? And then is that truly what you worship? It's like, how over time would you exist in the unideal without ever, it's like, do you really believe it's the unideal if you refuse to cross over into ideal? When does that happen? When does that take place?
Yeah. Right. I guess that would be like, not being able to perceive what's going on here.
I think there's a different physics to it. I think that's like hell's a state of mind would be living in the unideal.
Okay, yeah.
Because like at your core base, you know it's wrong. And then if you're constantly doing something that you know is wrong, that would be like, if you believe it to be true, it is true. So you can lie out loud, be like, justify it to yourself why you're doing it. But if down here you know it's wrong and you keep doing it, it's like it's going to make your orb not white. That's bringing you down. You can't trick yourself into getting positive frequency from negative internal actions, even if you on your conscious can't determine that it's a negative action. It's like if a kid is like a bully, his heart knows, I think, that that's not right, but he's justified it for 3 or 4 years. But it's like his life can't go well for him. His frequency can't be high because in his heart, he knows that it's not right. So if you can get down to what you believe in your heart, then you could start acting it out. Then you could start having a good life. And I think that's part of like being a Christian to some degree.
Sorry, big flail, dog. What the fuck?
Yeah, facts.
We're getting in there, dog.
Dude, let's fucking go for real. Because sometimes I'm engaging in life and I'm like, what is happening here? Like, we saw what happened, so I know what the truth is. Like, like it's the truth. Like, objectively, it happened. I'm a witness to it. And then we should probably all react like with a relative spectrum of this kind of reaction. And it's like, okay, for some people to be more mad, some people to be less mad, but we should generally come to like 2 or 3 relatively fair conclusions.
Yeah, the truth, or what's on the top 2 or 3 answers in Family Feud? You know,
right? And
what's the question, and what's the top 3 on the board?
And if you can make a great argument for answer 5, those win a lot too. Sometimes it's just who makes the best argument.
Yeah, the right charisma, the right confidence.
Right, the rolls get crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe that hit. Whatever, fine. but most of the time we get to like consensus, right? So whenever that structure and flow of like processing life with a group of people isn't happening, I'm like, where's the disconnect here? Did someone like misperceive what happened? Are they lying about their witness? It's like, what are the motivations for the general outcomes here? Because like that one doesn't really make that much sense, given all the precursors.
Objective reality and objective truth. How close is our witness to that?
Right? So something is misaligned here. And that would make me think someone's trying to tug on that string of reality.
Yes.
Because it's like, you must have motivation to not, like, let's say like when the vaccines didn't want to do testing. Right? Before they gave the vaccine. It's like, what's your motivation for that?
Expedience.
Right?
The narrative that requires expedience.
Right. And that was the given excuse. And that's the response by the conservative right.
Fucking Jim face, bro.
It's pretty much, that's pretty much defunct, dude. Like, it's getting to the point where I was listening to a Christian radio station where they were talking about how Bill Gates was actually very heavily invested in the pharmaceuticals and in contact with China. And like, to some degree, had a lot to do with the COVID and the vaccines, along with Anthony Fauci. It's like, this isn't
That's
like
just factual.
It's not conspiracy theory. I mean, if it is conspiracy theory, it's made its way to like Christian radio. I'm like, what's happening here?
We're just talking about what someone else is talking about.
Right.
Don't shut us down.
No, dog. I'm just come on. Don't demonetize the Jesus episode.
Come on.
No, I don't care. Well, I do care. Please don't.
But how close is your witness to objective truth?
Yeah, it's
really like we don't know. We don't know. We just we're doing our best. That's our degree of separation. You know, we have no idea, but we do have kind of an idea. You know, we're able to generally surmise based on like results and the way someone's living their life and the way they can say themselves, I'm having a better life because I've been doing these things or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yes.
With the limited time that we probably have left, I was trying to pivot off back into things that I've been thinking about in Easter.
Okay, yeah.
This is like the type of thoughts that I've been having in Easter is this kind of stuff, right?
Nice.
Seeing that Jordan Peterson post helped bring some like clarity to like, man, it's like hard to like get to the.
Dare say that they hold their ideal and they actually do that shit.
Right. You might have gone to church your whole life. Mm-hmm. Church is a very social thing too.
Still not. Yeah, it's still not there. And only you really know, right? In your heart, it's you in your heart, Dick.
And how strong are your justifications? You could have super high intelligence and rolled some very high justifications for yourself.
Yes.
And to break out of those justifications is like, some people aren't the type of personality to break out of a cage. Some people are innately, get me the fuck out of this cage. It's like different personalities are different things.
Yeah, I think openness might be a really big characteristic that really plays a large part in how we perceive reality, and the fact that like doing or not doing like psychedelics, but having a psychedelic experience will increase your openness by one standard deviation. Like that's just facts, and it's a permanent change. That's huge. That's a big shift. It's like a plus 30 or plus like 40 or 50. Depends on what side of the spectrum you're on, I guess, of the bell curve. But one standard deviation is like a lot. So you can like, I think we need to be open to being wrong. You know what I'm saying? To saying I'm sinning, like I'm fucking up. This is not good. This is not like what I want to have happen. And this is not what the characteristics I want to be doing. Or like I'm not in line with objective truth. You know?
Yes. And then the question is like,
if you're open enough to that, then you could like change it.
Right. How willing are you to change it?
Yeah.
And I think this is the chains that we talked about Jesus breaking. It's like you would change it if you weren't chained to whatever the fuck is holding you back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Childhood trauma might be defecting behavior, addiction, like poor coping mechanisms, the loss of someone close to you. And I think that like the chain, whatever that chain is, you know, it's like sometimes just calling on Jesus, like there's power in Jesus' name, like just literally saying like, Jesus, help me with this. Like Jesus was able to perform miracles without even like being there. You know what I'm saying? Like just like, it's like Lazarus come out. It's like he didn't like, she's like Lazarus come out.
Didn't even touch him.
Yeah. And then Pastor Ed was saying that if he would have just said come out, all the dead bodies would have probably come out.
Yeah.
Like, that's not just a me thought. That's like a lot of people are like, he probably said Lazarus come out. It's like because
specifically
the power in his word. It's just like there is no limit.
And it's personal.
Yeah.
It's personal.
Yeah, that was it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what my dad was preaching about too. But anyways.
Yes.
That's there's power in Jesus' name to break that chain. That's why you're singing it in all the songs. That's what they mean.
Yeah, to being truly open to being actually in line with the objective truth 100%.
Yeah.
And your perception of what's happening and what's the best way to proceed going forward.
Totally.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, tell me. Like, let me know how to do it and get in there.
It's also like things will happen to you too. Like moments in your life that are like, I was different after that. Mm-hmm. It's like, I think if you're out of the ideal too long, things will happen like that too, where it's like, you need to change. It's like, I'm going to change you. It's like, that's crazy.
Out there, in there, everywhere, all day.
Yeah.
Mondays, 38 day.
Yeah.
77 deep.
You know what's up.
What are you going to say?
Nope. I think that just Christian opening my mind, opening my heart to like these ideas about trying to understand Christianity and like what I'm doing here, what we're all doing here. One last thought about one of those big takeaways is like praise and worship, right? Mm-hmm. Like I just had I sat close up as I could in church, just needed one seat. I don't really care who it's next to. Please just let me get close. And then I just sit next to this girl. She's like, hi. And I was like, hi, my name's Matthew. How are you doing? We talked about CBC. Been going there for how long? She found out about him on TikTok. They were talking shit about CBC on TikTok. I thought that was crazy. And then I think there was a point where I was literally like, she's like, I just love the music so much. And I was like,
Amen.
Yeah, she didn't say it like that, but she mentioned that. And then I said, like, I like praise and worship, like, not to sound weird, but it's kind of my least favorite part. I really love Bible study. I really love the sermon.
Tell me the nuances of the story.
Yeah.
Give me the highlights give me the Breaking Bad like director's cut. You know
totally. And if I'm just being honest about my experience with this show, is that's my favorite part. So like praise and worship is cool, but sometimes I feel the urge to like look at my watch and be like, are we getting to Pastor Ed going nuts like Steph Curry up there? Can I watch Steph drop 30?
Yeah, it's like the halftime show.
And then literally in that service, I was fucking just like I figured out why people praise and worship by the end of that service.
Oh, joining in the song?
Yeah. It's like I was like, I always feel kind of tight. And then somewhere along the line, I feel like I loosen up, and then you can like really feel the Holy Spirit. It's like what I tell her. And then I watched myself go through that experience of like being tight. And then there was just like a song that was just like it like swept me up like a tide. It was just like, whoosh, Matthew, come to praise and worship land. And I was like, whoa.
You're just on a ride.
And like we're singing the song as like a whole church, and it was like the chorus would come along, and you could just hear like the whole crowd be like, oh. Felt like Seminole football. Felt like I was in like a Penn State whiteout game.
Yeah,
it was crazy, bro. Like
going nuts.
And then I watched the worship leaders be like, "This is nuts." And then one of the worship leaders said something about, "Yeah, we're in the back just talking about how beautifully you guys sing. Like just to hear the whole church singing like that, it's a thing for us back there." And it felt like they were referencing that moment. And then at the end of service, Pastor Ed's like, let's sing that song one more time. And it went back to that song where we were rocking. And I was like, okay, we're all feeling this. This is crazy right here.
Everybody in the stands just, holy.
Yeah, dude. That's what it was like, bro. And then I was like, yeah, like, crying like uncontrollably, bro. Like wiping my tears was kind of dumb at this point because it was like
They're just coming back.
I was just a faucet. I couldn't like explain that to you.
Yes.
I wonder if I look crazy, bro. We're talking about for like 5 minutes for sure. I was just like, oh, like
that took. The music took you, son.
For real. Mm-hmm. And I was just like this open like beacon of the Holy Spirit coming into me.
That's what happens in the Elvis movie. You seen the Elvis movie?
No.
Watch it.
Yeah?
Just watch it.
Down.
It's good.
I'm down.
You'll love it.
Steve put it on while I was falling asleep one time. We had been drinking at his house. So like I've seen it. I
remember you telling me that.
But I'll watch it though.
Yeah, it's solid. But yeah, that happens to him in like his childhood. He like goes to a church and he just gets swept.
Really?
He just gets swept up. Just in the song. His friends are trying to pull him back because he's like ran off. And then the pastor's like, no, like he's with the Spirit now. like let him be, dog.
Yeah. So okay, but like
that's what he can do.
Before I'm like, why? We're just singing, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We're just singing, and people get crazy. They're like going off, and I'm like, nuts. I kind of feel like that, but I'm not that person per se. I don't think there's times where I would be like the guy around the fire, probably going nuts.
Oh yeah,
right.
Here's some peyote, Matty.
Like just hey yo, boy, hey.
I think there's a time where I'm that guy with the drum, like going to doom 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 doom. And we're fucking running around the fire, dog.
Yeah, dude.
I can feel my ancestors doing that within me.
I'm with, yeah, dude. That thing exists in me for sure. Mm-hmm. But when I see people like jumping up and down for Jesus, my heart's like,
yeah, I'm not there in this life though.
Or, yeah, what is it?
Or whatever.
We're more reserved.
My personality type.
Are they pushing? Are they trying to virtue signal? I don't think. I'm like trying to figure out what it is without being judgmental.
Maybe they're getting lost in the Spirit.
Sure. Because I know what it's like for maybe that's what I'm like when I'm lost in the Spirit is I just like soak it in. Like I'm not even trying to move very much. I'm just like I'm not trying to look at anybody directly on stage because sometimes we make eye contact, I feel like. And then it's like I'm not even trying to like I just want to fucking like feel this. And when I'm just sitting there feeling it, it's like
make you cry, dog.
Yeah, it's crazy,
uncontrollable. Bro. It's too good. It's too good. It's too good to comprehend. It's too good. You can't even. So when I'm trying to draw out like when we're all gathering and singing, sometimes it's just like we're just singing. Can I get like intellectual here? I don't get to the thing that that I guess I value or I cherish the most about this thing. Totally. Yeah. So I'm right there with you. I'm not sure what exactly the question is, but the answer to the question is that like praise and worship is an access point to getting closer to God. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And you can lighten up that orb like we talked about, yes. I think, when just by singing and declaring Jesus Lord. Your words. Right. Your words are powerful. Dude, that's heavy. Yeah, we're even DMing our words, bro. Dude. I choose to say this. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, your character has a stutter stat. Like, here you go. Dude. Fuck. Oh my goodness. We're out here. So yeah, praise and worship, let you access God, make you cry. Yo. Oh man. Yeah, we gotta wrap it up. We got other things to do. We got 38 productions to get produced. But episode 77. Absolutely love you all. Like, comment, subscribe, share this. Let us know. Ask us any questions. Whatever, man. Get involved. We love you guys. Have a great rest of your life. You're right where you need to be. Right on time. Let's go. Please. Bye. Rolling through the city to the light show. Really ain't no telling where we might